big man?
Man, Nathan, good to see you, man. After I thought, I wasn't sure if you're gonna make it back from Paris.
Fuck that, bro. Crazy, right?
I didn't even know that you were such a soccer star, a soccer fan.
Yeah, man.
Well, we'll call it football.
Football. I make most games, but Paris is not a city I'll be going back again anytime soon.
Why not?
It's a fucking shithole, mate.
Is it?
That's the bottom line. Meant to be the city of romance and that. Fucking hell, it was manic. Just that these like Nigerians or Africans, whatever they was, just fucking robbing everyone.
Oh, in France. In France.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
France.
yeah.
Stabbing everyone, trying to rob you. So fuck that. And then we had the police all attacking your ass. So somewhere I won't be going back anytime soon, for sure.
Oh, so you won't go back to France, but you'll go back.
No.
But you'll be back on the football field, though.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I saw a couple of videos that you posted. I was like, he's right in the middle of all the bullshit. So, but you just going for Liverpool, though, right?
Yeah, just for Liverpool. I don't support England. Fuck that. Just Liverpool.
So how did it go in Paris? Did they win?
Nah, we lost, man.
I didn't even want to ask Nathan about that. That's why I haven't been in touch.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. When you go there and there's how many fans altogether? Thousands.
I think Saturday I'd say roughly between 500,000 and just under.
No, I'm talking about how many fans were in the stadium.
Oh, we were only allowed 20,000 tickets.
So did you guys travel in a bunch, or how did that work?
It was hard to travel, really. I had to travel from Liverpool to Gatwick for train. So in general, it was like 8 hours to catch a 45-minute flight. But then everyone we knew, you just met everyone there. But the prices skyrocketed. So some people you couldn't get there. I just couldn't get a coach because my knees wouldn't handle it. The coach was a better atmosphere because you can just get pissed straight away on the coach.
Yeah.
But my knees were too fucked to handle sitting down for like 18 hours.
Wow.
So we just met everyone there, and then we arrived Friday night, and then 9 o'clock, and then just stayed on the BS from Friday till probably.
So there's no sleep.
Nah, bro. Sleep is the enemy, man. Sleep is the enemy.
So guys, you guys just drink all the way to the game?
Yeah, just drink, just get fucked up.
So now you get to the game, you lose. Now everybody's pissed, right?
Not really. I think after all the commotion, like we couldn't get in, and we were getting pepper sprayed and CS gassed and stuff. And after that, I think no one was too hard for the game. Whether we won or we lost. It was just a matter of basically getting out safely. And then when you're leaving the stadium, you were getting sprayed, or people were trying to stab you and rob you, and then the police were trying to fuck you up and stuff. So people just wanted to go home, basically, and just forget about it. It wasn't an atmosphere that that we started off that. In the daytime prior, the atmosphere was awesome, but then once 6 o'clock came, it was just depressing, it was manic. So,
wow, man, I tell you that you haven't sold going to Paris to me at all, Nathan. Quite the opposite.
Are you a football fan, James?
I used to be when I was a kid. I used to support Manchester United when I was a kid. I was a goalkeeper. And I used to think I was Peter Schmeichel.
So I take it that Nathan, you also used to play soccer then, football.
Yeah. I played at a high level. Everyone knows. Played basically semi-pro. So it was like 19, something like that.
Yeah, me too. In Germany.
Yeah, I played well, but then I just life has its turmoils.
Then the quads got too big. Couldn't run no more.
That's what it was, bro. Quads got too big, and then too many jail doors.
So somebody threw the key away. You couldn't find it.
That's what it was, bro.
Yeah. So when England plays somewhere, so you both of you guys, but you said you only root for Liverpool.
Yeah, England is shit, bro.
Really?
The shit. Yeah, the shit.
Yeah, listen, I'm not even that interested when England play. Like my mates will go out and get on it, and I'm like.
So what sport? So other than football, what sports are you interested in?
Me, just football, bro. Just football.
What about James?
Dennis, I'm not gonna lie, mate. The closest thing you get to sport out of me is playing a fucking PlayStation. I honestly I've left sport behind and I'm totally into this now instead. So esports.
So you don't watch any sports at all? Like like me for example, I'm a fucking UFC fucking fan.
Oh, watch UFC, yeah.
Yeah, I watch religiously. I mean, there's no fights that I don't watch.
I'm terrible. Like, I don't even watch UFC.
Really?
Yeah, and do you know why it was for me though? Let me just tell you something. It's because I'm very bad at when someone suggests something to me, I like to not do it because I don't like following the trend. So one of my best mates back in the day would be like, "Oh, UFC is going to be massive. We should watch it." And just because I'm an arsehole and resilient, I'm like, "Nah, fuck that," because I don't want to give them the satisfaction of showing me something I like. So a lot of these things that people like, I haven't watched just because of my own arrogance and ignorance to not wanting to be the person that you suggested it to. I'm terrible. Yeah. I'm terrible. So if you said to me today, Des, you should check this out. Tomorrow I won't fucking watch it. So if you want me to watch something,
really,
so
I'll tell you, don't watch this shit, man. It's fucking
reverse
boring.
Psychology. Yeah, exactly. Reverse psychology, man.
You'll watch it. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man. I don't watch any sport. Honestly, there's nothing like I literally don't watch any sport. Maybe a little bit of like the Olympics when the gymnasts are on and stuff like that. But other than that, and you know why I'm watching the gymnasts? Come on.
Yeah.
Tidy girls in leotards. Come on. You know. As long as I would. Yannick used to be a gymnast, so I got an excuse.
But I guess you both watch and follow bodybuilding, of course.
Yeah.
Did you guys follow the New York Pro?
Yeah.
Or the Indie Pro?
No.
Nathan's not interested because he's already won.
Nathan was all in football. It was all football the last couple of weeks.
I just didn't watch the New York Pro because I thought it was shit.
Huh? You thought so?
Yeah, he's got opinions on that one.
It wasn't like a New York Pro. It was more like a European show. Like there's no New York. I like it when the New York guys are in there because the crowd's fucking manic, you know?
Yeah.
Like the crowd get behind their own, you know? Even if the New York guy isn't the best, the crowd is fucking, they're having it, you know, and they're screaming. Yeah. And when I seen the line this year, no one was in it. And it wasn't like obviously it was the old venue that I'd seen, which is better lighting than the old one. When I won, the lighting was shit. It was garbage.
Where was it? Where was it the year you won though?
The one with that big ass stage was like, I don't know.
Was it in New York or was it in New Jersey?
New Jersey, right?
It was on New Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, it was that big stage. It wasn't the one that was on the other day.
I think, Nate, for the stage you was on was the one I did the year before. Or year after.
Shit, right?
Year after. Yeah. You won 18, you won, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or 19. One of the, anyway. Yeah.
Shit, right?
So when
it's not good lighting because I remember when I did the show, I was kind of like really disappointed with looking back at myself. Although I wasn't how I wanted to look, the lighting didn't help. I was like, fuck.
But when you look at the lineup, when you look at Blessing winning not only the New York Pro, he won Indie Pro and the New York Pro. Is Blessing a force to reckon with?
Go, James.
I think Blessing's kind of like where I'm at, like where I was last year. Like a good bodybuilder can win a couple of shows, still has flaws. So he obviously could be better. I think the lower body still needs to come up a bit. But one thing he did do, he nailed condition and peaked perfectly.
Yeah.
So I think what really helped him in that show is the two shows he done is the peaking process was spot on. Yeah. Of course, he needs more muscle in areas, but he's a very good bodybuilder. But there was no Ian there, there was no Nathan, there was no Hardy, there was none of those top, the top people. Yeah. So yeah, he's very good, and he's going to be probably around about the top 10 place at the Olympia, but none of that top tier guys were there. Yeah. Kind of like the shows I won last time. There was no one there that was like Bonac or any of them guys.
Right. So you think it's going to be hard for him to crack the top 6, 8?
Yeah.
He's no
because he would have to beat you guys, right?
Yeah, not happening, bro. You can talk shit to Nick, bro. When it comes to his black ass ain't beating me, brother. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I mean, he's of course.
Britain are coming strong, bro. Britain are coming strong.
Yeah. Blessing's got like more. Listen, Blessing's gonna have to like compete with guys like myself more than Nathan at the minute. Nathan and I are the next. They're where you want to get to. These are the potential top 6 guys. You've seen. Obviously, Ian's placed 7th for the Olympia twice now. Nathan's beat Ian multiple times. So to say you can beat someone like Nathan or Ian is quite far-fetched. Not saying it can't happen if they maybe got it wrong, but at the current, he's definitely like a fucking worthy Olympian, and he's incredible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's definitely going to beat people at the Olympia, and do very well. And he's off to a good fucking start.
Yeah, I think because last year he really overdieted, but he came in super flat. He was deflated,
Yeah,
and he was, he just wasn't right, and it
had
showed.
no pop, right? He had no pop.
So in this year, it looked, his condition was really, really good. I mean, he was fuller. He still needs to bring up his legs, I would say. There's certain body parts that still needs a little bit of work. But hey, he's not that old either, is he?
No, he's young.
Nice baby. He's a pup, man. You know what?
Yeah.
Was he late mid-20s?
Yeah.
He's definitely younger than me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So he definitely deserved both wins.
And guys,
yeah,
if you look at him from a
he's
structure,
easy.
and if you look at him from a structural standpoint, very small waist,
Beautiful.
incredibly wide,
Beautiful
incredibly
structure.
wide. Yeah, shoulders are fucking like a jet.
Yeah.
So if he brings up the quads a little bit more and the hamstrings and puts that on that's a real X frame that we talk
Yeah.
about.
I think this is exactly what you need in order to do that. You need to get 2 wins. All of a sudden, put your name on the map, and now the motivation level is over the top for sure.
Definitely. And it's let's not be silly here. Like a win at New York's always a very good win. Like
Absolutely.
although like Nathan said, you didn't really have you used to have De La Rosa, Morel, Justin. Like you used to get like multiple of them guys turn up. I know this show didn't have that. Yeah. But change your guard. Some people retiring, some people coming through. It's going to take a couple of years before the shows have the depth that they used to, because people need to mature and look better.
So when you look at the show this weekend or 2 weeks ago, the New York Pro, do you sit at home? It's like, fuck, I wish I would have done that show.
I bet Nathan did.
Not me, because I won it. I believe I won it when I won it against.
True, you
Juan,
won it against a
that
very
was
good one.
probably a good one,
Yeah.
But for me, I think the time I won it was right. I was happy, and I got that. For me, I experienced the whole New York experience because everyone who was there at the time, they cheered for one, and the ones that hated them then cheered for me. But I think that it's in that New York show. I think people go there because of the crowd. They're all rowdy, the area. And now I've watched it. They weren't as rowdy as what I've seen in previous years. And I think because only person was there was Justin. When they went.
What do you guys think happened to Justin?
Too many
I
shows,
think
man.
it needs a rest. Yeah, I think it needs a rest. Like Nathan said, I think we kind of discussed this in Italy. We were just saying, like, your body can only look good for so long before it needs a bit of time out.
Yeah,
You have
especially.
to point. So why is he even asked? I would have just sat back, waited for the Olympia. You have enough points.
I think he's got like 22 points or something silly.
He's on top. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So sit back, relax. Come off your shit, clean up, and then jump right back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have done what Nathan did. Forget about bodybuilding for a little bit and just be a soccer fan, football
Get on
fan.
the piss up, bro. Get on the piss.
Get a few beers down. Yeah.
That was my last one. That was my last one now.
Is he done now?
I'm training now. I'm training again now.
So when do you guys officially start the prep? I mean, James is still getting ready to qualify. So, but for you, Nathan, when you officially said this is it, now my Olympia prep is starting.
I started training again. What? About 16 days ago now. I think 16 days in training.
So did you stop for a while?
Yeah, I snapped my bicep.
Right.
Remember?
Almost forgot. Yeah.
Snapped my bicep. So I done 12 weeks off. Like 14, just because mentally I wasn't ready for that. My arm was ready, but mentally I was kind of depressed. Not like depressed as in like a human being, but like I was nervous. I was scared because like my arm's just gone, and then obviously there's 5 or 6 months to the Olympia. Will it be enough time? So I'm scared to lift anything. So I was talking to Pat in Italy about it, and he said, "Look, man, like if the doctor said go for it, just go for it. Listen to the body." So in Italy it was a good experience for me talking to Pat because I didn't know the guy. I've never spoke to him, but he helped me mentally just to get my head around shit. So now, man, I'm back in training, and I think.
When you say Pat, are you talking about Patrick Tour?
Yeah, Patrick Tour.
Okay.
Yeah, he's part of the Yamamoto team, so he was just helping me. Basically like he explained his bicep tone and the process of going through.
Yeah.
And then he said obviously he's helping De La Rosa. He said, look, John should be ready for the Olympia. So I thought, well, John should be then. I should be.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I believe
when you
probably start.
when you have a tear like this, and yours wasn't a complete tear, right?
Yeah, the tendon came off, but then The tendon basically 3/4 of the way came off, basically.
Okay.
So it was fucked. But I ripped the top of the bicep, just teared it off. But because it was like a hanging tear, it wasn't as bad as a curling tear. So that's why I didn't shoot up my arm or anything.
So, but anyways, if you give it the time for the tendon to fully reattach, you can go all out.
Yeah.
It's just here, your mind. The mind is fucking with you.
That's it, bro. Like my surgeon said to me, look, anyone else, you know, who does what you do, I'd tell them 10 weeks, but 11 weeks, because you torn the actual bicep at the top, me give some PRP, just wait an extra week. I went and see him and he said, look, man, the pin's in place. Go and lift some shit. I got my physio. She told me to fucking deadlift, you know, do bent over rows. But in here, I mentally can't do it yet, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sticking to a lot more machines. I know I should do it, you know, and even doing side laterals, I'm on a machine, but, you know, this week I've got onto it. I thought, fuck it, you know, whatever happens. It's fate. So, you know, we're back on an off season, and I believe I'll probably start dieting for the Olympia, probably second week of November, probably something like that.
You know what he's like. He only needs about 4 or 5
Don't
weeks.
tell this to people. People think you're fucking with him, man. He said, I'm gonna start dieting like a month before the show. I'm surprised that your body still responds this way after being, you know, after so long.
I have no idea, bro. Like, I was talking to James and stuff. When I start eating more food, I actually go lighter. I don't know why. When I start cleaning my meals up, and, you know, I take like granola out and I stop eating like the Burger King or something, and it get clean food in, my weight just plummets. It just drops. So, but fuck it, you know, I'm still, if I can get away with it for the next 4 years before I retire, then fuck it.
Right. But that's crazy.
Some people are just, you know, they're meant for this. Nathan's, like, if you look at Nathan, I was with Nathan in Italy and I was looking at his arm, and it's like you're trying to work out which arm he even done it to, because he's recovering so well.
Can you tell when you look at the arm? Can you see it?
Nah, bro, you can't even see it.
Mate, listen, look, like, you really can't.
It's perfect.
You can barely see it, man.
His small arm that he thinks is smaller is bigger than both of mine still.
That's crazy, but that's good though. That's good that you heal so fast. I mean, you know, having a fast metabolism, of course. Is, Do you ever get fat, off-season fat?
Yeah, bro. I try and get fat. I try. You know, I'm eating a lot of fucking Indians and shit, biryanis and shit. You know, but I try. I told even James and Patrick was laughing at me. He's like, "What you eat?" It's like, bro, I eat anything. You know, burgers, chocolate bars, chicken and rice, biryani.
Oh wow! But I still appreciate you rushing home and still making it to this British roundtable. I was like, I talked to James a couple of weeks ago. I said, we got to do it. We got to put it together.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I couldn't let these two talk shit about me, not beer.
No, we weren't there yet. We waited for you to talk trash about you.
Waiting for you.
We'll do it to each other's faces.
But just to get back to what we were talking about Nathan the Asha starting his Olympia diet sometime in November, mid-November. It's like it's like 4 weeks out from the Olympia. You know,
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, not either, because you know that he can get away with it, you know, and it's surprising because when other people hear that, they probably think he's bullshitting, but you know that's the truth, you know. So, but you know, you guys just both signed with. I'm talking about James and Nathan. You guys both signed with Yamamoto Nutrition, so you guys on the same team.
Yeah, Nathan's just gone back. Nathan was previously with them, wasn't you?
Right, I remember that. I remember that you left them and then you came back.
Yeah.
How does that work? How do you leave and then you come back?
So when I left, I think the Yamamoto were going for like a structural change, you know, with themselves, and they're sorting a lot of things out. You know, now it's like under new management and stuff, and things are getting changed and worked out. And then obviously, you know, when they realized I was leaving hostile. You know, Sylvia is like not the face of the brand, but she's the best English speaker, and she does everything for the athletes. She's more like it's like an athlete's rep, but does a lot more for us.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, messaged me and approached me and said, you know, want you back on the team. You're part of the family when we first started. You know, from the get go, before we knew anyone. Would you be interested? And I said, yeah, too right. You know, I told James, the supplements are next to nothing. You know, and basically Pat knows his shit on it all as well. He's part of that team. He was part of the team, and what his input was, and I said, you know, I'm down for it. She said, look, you know, the structure now is all in place for you guys, and then just sound on that line, bro, and that was it. And I think for me, it's a lot better because, you know, James is there. There's another English guy who we can get to travel more with and do more things. And the thing with Yamamoto, you know, and you find, you know yourself, you know, a lot of companies aren't for the athletes. They say they are, but they aren't. And James can preach to this.
Yeah.
Whatever we want, we get. We'll look.
Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. I've been there, done it. And actually, we just went through it again because there's so much shit going around about, I'm going to bring up Ramy now. Okay?
Yeah.
Shit going around. Oh, he got the sponsor kicked him out. He lost his sponsor, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then they bring, I don't know where, they have Tony on the podcast, somewhere on a show, and he explained, and he didn't want to tell the truth, you know, of course not.
Yeah.
But he didn't trash Ramy. He just basically went with what people are thinking and saying, yeah, he's got so much shit going on over there in the Middle East, he doesn't need it, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know, I was waiting for the time to fucking tell the truth, what really happened. Because at the end of the day, nobody kicked. Nobody kicked.
We're waiting for.
Yes, at the end of the day, nobody kicked anybody out. The real problem is this. This is what really happened, and I'm gonna say this because I know there's gonna be a lot of people. They're gonna edit it out and use it because it needs to be told. You know, first of all, he did not lose his sponsor. He did not lose his sponsor because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. We did everything we were supposed to do by contract. Every single thing that was in the contract was done, and even more. Just to say this, I have the contracts where it says, you know, we got to post once a week.
Yeah.
I told the people after a couple of months, I said, guys, why not twice a week? What's wrong? You know, those are the most unprofessional people that I've ever worked with in my whole entire life when it comes to supplement company. And I've been with some.
You've been around.
Exactly. The most unprofessional supplement, they had no idea. It's almost like they started and they don't even know bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that, you know, Tony Huge, who's doing all this crazy stuff on YouTube, he's over there in Thailand, so he's basically not doing nothing.
He's just chilling. He's chilling over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you guys. Here's what happened. They contacted me right after Ramy won his first Olympia. And, you know, and somebody, it was the guy that was working for the game as a CEO or whatever. He contacted me and made an offer, and I told him basically we don't need gas money. Okay?
Yeah.
So, because he didn't know, this guy had no idea. He didn't know any bodybuilder. He didn't know who I was. He didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know who Ramy was. So, at the end of the day, I got a call from someone, and they flew out from Sacramento, where they're from, or where they were located at back then. Now they're in Vegas, and they wanted to meet me. So, of course, I said, okay, I'll meet with you guys. We met in the Cheesecake Factory. Now, this is the real deal, okay? Because people telling me I'm leeching off of Ramy, and, you know, I met these people solely to negotiate for Ramy, because that was the deal. And there comes, you know, we meet at the Cheesecake Factory. The guy sits in front of me with this other guy, this Trevor, who does, I don't know, who develops products for them. And he said, you know, we want to sign Ramy, and we want to sign you too. And I'm like, me? Why me? Why me? You know, I said, yeah, because we think you guys are a great team, and we want to keep this together. Am I going to say no?
No, you say, yeah, bro, take
so
that
why
shit.
would somebody say I'm leeching, you know? So this is how it all started. So my main thing here was first to make sure Ramy's happy. You know, and there was other people. There was Aaron. I was negotiating with Aaron too. Aaron Singerman, you know? Yeah. And he was next to Enhance, the highest bidder too. So, you know, but Aaron, I knew that there's a lot of work comes with, and I know Ramy isn't the best when it comes to doing stuff on a daily.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I know with Aaron, there's a lot of stuff involved because he wants people to sell products, and you know, that's why it's a commission, blah, blah, blah. To make a long story short, now we ended up with 2 contracts, one for Ramy, one for myself, okay? And we did everything we're supposed to do. The problem was these guys were so unprofessional, they have no idea how to run this business. And they thought, you know, spending all this money for stupid shit on booths at the expo. Listen, you don't have to have a booth for a crazy amount of money. When you have the Mr. Olympia there, you can fucking put 2 tables there. You'll have the crowd. You know, just to mention that. But The other issue was that the money did not come from Enhanced by itself. The money came from three distributors. Enhanced here, distributor in Dubai, and the distributor in India. They all had to chip in to pay Ramy every month.
Messy, innit? That's just messy, isn't it?
It's the biggest, and the biggest problem is, and this is what we found out real quick, they fighting each other. It was the biggest clusterfuck of a company I've ever seen in my life. And at the end of the day, some of these guys weren't able to pay anymore. So now, what do you do if you don't get paid?
Jog on. You get out of it.
Wait a minute. You don't get paid 1 month. You didn't get paid for second month. And we're not talking a couple of $1,000s here.
Yeah. I'll take that shit.
So now, but we're still doing our thing. We're still posting. We're still doing. And now, in the meantime, they try to go behind my back and negotiate with Ramy another contract for less money. If he signs that contract, they'll be able to pay him.
Motherfuckers.
Which is a bunch of bullshit. Those guys are fucking crooks. In my eyes, this is the biggest bullshit I've ever seen. And I don't understand how people stay alive. At the end of the day, they did not pay for 4 months.
That long?
And that's when we stopped posting.
I'm suing your ass, bro.
I have phone calls, meetings where these people say, oh yeah, we're waiting for an SBA loan. They broke. They broke.
Truth's out now.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and
this is going live tomorrow, bro.
No.
All these,
we know who's going to.
I just don't like the fact that these guys, talking. And Tony is doing this to sound nice. And I don't have anything against Tony. I don't have anything against anybody in the company. I told the owners, which is, it's not Tony, it's Tony's partner. I told them, so this is the biggest clusterfuck I've ever seen in my whole entire life when it comes to a company. They had no idea. They had no idea how to run an expo. They had no idea how to run a booth. There was no experience whatsoever. Now you expect others to fucking do your work?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they tried. They ran out of money. They couldn't pay no more. They didn't pay. And at the end of the day, they didn't even try to fucking fix this problem and at least give us the money that they owe us. They just vanished.
Yeah,
Listen,
They just vanished and not even replying. You know?
You don't pay, you don't get. Listen, you don't pay me, you ain't getting shit.
You don't get nothing. And they got still the same thing done 3 months after they didn't pay.
To be fair to this, if you don't pay me, I'm bringing that to the light. I'm telling people.
Yeah.
They say,
I didn't say nothing this whole time.
It's good you've done this now.
I didn't say nothing this whole time because I was still sitting waiting because he promised, the owner promised me we'll make this work. We'll make this happen. And I'm still, give him the benefit of the doubt. So maybe he's going to come call me tomorrow and say, "We'll got the money. Here we go. At least you're current, but we can't continue." But that never happened.
Hopefully he's a little bit embarrassed by this, and then fucking does what he said he should.
And I like the problem. I really like the guy. He was a cool guy, and then to end it like this by ignoring me, my messages, my emails, and seeing the bullshit they tried to do behind my back to try to get thinking Ramy is stupid.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
That he will sign for less after you owe him 3 months worth of money. Yeah. How is he going to sign a contract with you when you can't even pay him the last 3 months?
They shouldn't even propose that in the first place.
They did it behind my back because they thought he's stupid. They thought he's stupid and he would do that. You know what I'm saying?
Ramy and that, bro.
That's so far for Enhanced Labs. So if they tell it, Tony or whoever represents them, at least be honest and tell the truth. You guys ran out of money, you couldn't pay no more.
Yeah, Ramy probably should have gone with Aaron at that point.
At that point, it would have probably been better. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It was, like I said, I liked the person. We had a good time, but they ran out of money, and they got other businesses going that I don't want to be affiliated with. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, that's the true story. So nobody let him go. They just didn't pay him, and we stopped posting.
Well, see, we got the exclusive there, lads.
Yeah.
We came on here and got the exclusive.
Anyways, let's talk about you guys. Jamie the Giant. Let me tell. Listen, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5". Man, how hard is it for a 6'5" bodybuilder to fill out the frame?
Terribly hard. The calves are living proof.
Listen,
To be honest, I think it just takes more time. There's more space to fill.
yeah.
So I think a lot of taller guys, they don't get to the level I've got to because they simply give up. That's kind of what I've taken from it.
Yeah. But
It's just simple math.
Yeah. But you did turn pro. Where did you turn pro?
Yeah, so 2018 in Italy.
Italy. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So now we have a lot of British pros. I mean, we got Samson. We got what's the other guy that you mentioned, James?
Mark Hector.
Hector. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got
So are you guys?
Get in there.
Are you guys thinking about collabing with some workouts and stuff and doing some YouTube crazy, the British fucking hardcore team?
I think me and James will do stuff
Yeah.
for the company and stuff, and then obviously, when the company video, we'll get our own camera people there, and then do it ourselves. Just take each other's content,
Yeah, I'm overdue
Good to go.
a trip. Yeah, I'm overdue a trip to Nathan's anyway, because we spoke last year about doing it, and then things getting away. So even more convenient now that we can film for obviously Yamamoto, but also do some stuff for our own channels.
Yeah.
Because obviously Nathan's pretty good on YouTube. I'm not too bad at it myself. So
I think
and Jamie, I'd like to train with Jamie a bit as well because he's got a great gym.
Yeah, man. I think we've all got good intentions to do these sorts of things, haven't we? But you quickly get wrapped up in your own routine, especially in prep, and it never happens. So we need to make it happen.
But the thing is, you guys got a really, really strong British team, right? I mean, there could be potential 3 guys on the Olympia stage this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think
hopefully.
there will be. No, I know there will be actually. I don't think
I knew you had to say that because you're the only one I got to qualify.
I'm like shit. I'm gonna get my shit sorted. Don't worry, give me 11 weeks. I'll be there.
Yeah. So I just wonder. So is there got to be a secret rivalry somewhere because everybody's coming from.
I don't think none of the rivalries are secret. I think they're all on the.
It's all.
I've had a rivalry with Samson because I beat him for a pro card and then he beat me at my first 2 pro shows and then I beat him at my next 2.
Yeah.
So me and Samson have been a bit back and forth. So.
And Nathan beat him a couple of times and then got beat at one show.
So Nathan's
that don't count, bro. That don't count.
Nathan's got
they
sour
doesn't
taste
count.
in his mouth.
Yeah.
you do have these, these little. There's certainly little rivalries there.
The good thing is though, you guys get to settle a score on the Olympia stage.
That's the stage that matters, isn't it? Listen, anything else really doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Did you guys see? Because there's a lot of buzz also to bring back Ramy one more time. There's a lot of buzz going around for his apology and people. Do you guys think that he, because okay, well, you make a statement, you make an apology because you want to apologize to certain people. Do you think it's fair to get the backlash that he's getting right now for
me, you know me, bro. I'm upfront, I'm cutthroat. I don't give 2 fucks, I would have just phoned Jim, apologized to Jim. He said he had family commitments or personal things. So be it, man.
Mm-hmm.
If his personal life is
yeah,
more
but
important.
see,
than
but
bodybuilding.
here's the thing: people don't know what went on.
I know, but he should not tell me what I'm saying. He could be having, a domestic with his wife.
Okay, but still, listen. People, they jump into conclusions so fast just because they hear something from someone and they don't even know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
Of course, he should have called Jim. But what if you can't call? What if you don't have the opportunity to call? What if you don't have a phone? What if you can't even get to your phone?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to, because he spoke to Jim, and he spoke to Jim before the apology. I just want people to know. Another thing that we want to clear the air. He spoke to Jim personally before the apology. And I was disappointed too, and I voiced that pretty clear because I was like, first of all, how is he missing this? And he's not showing up, and he's not even answering my calls or text, only to come to find out that there was some personal issue that I'm not going to go into because I don't want to say something that's his story to tell.
Yeah, of course.
But I know, and I know for real that, hey, any of us would have had the same problem. So it's not like he didn't want to come. It's not like he had an excuse because he didn't want to come. There was a serious issue that happened that did not allow him nor to make a phone call or travel. And he was at the airport. I'm gonna say this. He was at the airport ready to travel. You know, so there's some higher things that that happened, you know, and I still told him at the end, I said, you still could have called me after this, you know, and he wasn't allowed to travel. He could not even travel until a few days ago because people see him. He went to Saudi. As soon as he was able to travel again, he went straight to Saudi Arabia, went to the Mecca and prayed. Right. Because he was in a super bad place. He was scared.
I told James, bro. Ramy, I know Ramy personally like himself, and he's devout, bro.
He was scared. He was scared. He was. Whenever he's ready to tell a story, if he even can tell the story, that's the other thing. Because it's not everybody lives in America where you have freedom of speech, where you can say whatever you want to say. So I just want to say one thing. I don't like the fact that he didn't show up. Absolutely, it was out of his hand that he couldn't show up. Totally out of his hand. It wasn't him. You know, everybody was. You know, is it just second wife? Or maybe he's got no time. He's too busy. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. He was at the airport, and unfortunately, something that he had nothing to do with. It was out of his control for him not to be able to travel. Okay, so
the way I look at it was
Jim, because Jim's cool, man. Jim's just like us, you know. He don't give a fuck. He's down to earth.
Yeah.
I would have called Jim,
Yeah.
told him what happened, and then just left it because listen, people post stuff on Instagram and on YouTube every day. Yeah, things go about you and me and everyone else every day. 7 hours later, there's a new story.
Yeah.
No one gives a flying fuck. So we'll just left it, apologize to Jim. That's what matters.
Yeah.
And then obviously the next day would have been, oh, so and so's got to fucking done this. So what, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter what people think. You know, social media. It's people who matter in the circle. That's all that needs to be told, and that needs to be given the example for. And a personal apology is better than the public apology. You know that.
Yeah, and he did both. You know, he did both. I mean, I remember he called me when he was able to call, and and basically told me what really happened. And that's some scary shit. I'm just saying. I'm gonna just leave it right there. This is some scary shit. You know, and I explained it to Jim. And and so he, because he needs to know. I don't care.
All I'll say as well is, listen. Sometimes in life, some shit happens is too much to take sometimes, and sometimes even I've had shit happen where I've just I lock off everybody the next day, lock off everybody. Don't matter who the fuck it is. You could be my mother.
Right.
When something happens like that, sometimes you do that.
Right, Nathan. You know Ramy, and especially in the way he is, the way he takes things to heart. He was a disaster. He couldn't even talk. You know. And then people say,
don't know him, bro. People don't know him, and if you don't know him, you don't know how he is. Without being disrespectful, he's like a child, man. He's dead. He's not being he's dead soft and innocent. He's not one of the people to make a fuss. He's just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. That's just the way he is as a human being, inclined. You know.
Yeah.
You don't want to make drama for nobody or no one interfere in his life, and that's.
But you know how people say, yeah, he did the same with the Arnold. No, it wasn't the same with the Arnold. And the Arnold, his mom. You know, if you get a call the day before you're supposed to leave, or 6-7 hours before you leave, that your mom might be dying.
Oh, you go.
Do you give a fuck about anybody else?
No, nothing else.
Nothing else matters. But he told me. He called me. He said, listen, my mom, I got to go. She's in the hospital. I got to go. I said, you go. I understand. And I told the people from the Arnold before. So it's not like this was a surprise. So this is a total different story. So I don't know why people put it all together under the same umbrella, which is a bunch of bullshit.
Gossip, bro.
Shit with your family comes before anybody. No matter if it's business or not.
Yeah.
Like if something happens
as well.
Yeah.
Drama sells on YouTube. It's
Yeah,
clickbaiting,
unfortunately.
isn't it?
But
So,
also, there we go again. There's a lot of fake news. People have they all have their people. They all have their people where they get their information. And
Inside man.
The biggest bullshit. Have no idea what really happened because everybody's just talking.
as long as the people who need to know, I think that's all we as athletes need to be bothered about, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Like you say, like as soon as something's even in the ether, it's spread so fast that it's out of hand already. When no one's even had an opportunity to speak on the matter.
Yeah.
Like, and
Like
that's the
Nathan
problem.
said, 2 days in the future that'll be a different story. Someone else under fire. So
Yeah, but you know how people say, now because of the because he messed up with Jim, he didn't show up for the guest appearance. People talking about he can't win the Olympia no more. The politics, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, and even that isn't like nice to hear from his standpoint.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting at home listening to people say that kind of shit about him.
You know what?
Really
That's a good thing, though. He stays away from reading and listening to this shit.
Yeah.
He gets messages from his people, from his friends that watch it and read it. So he's aware of what's going on. But and I told him a long time ago, don't focus, don't listen, because I know what it does to him. He takes shit too hard. And sometimes, sometimes you can misunderstand. Like, there's a lot of people that send him messages saying I'm trashing him. Just because I expressed how disappointed I was that he didn't show up.
You're being honest, bro. You're being honest and open.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
but I never trashed him. I never said anything negative about him. I just said I was disappointed because I went to Pittsburgh for him.
Yeah.
So, but this is how people, misconstrue things and change the narrative and make it sound terrible. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to point that out one more time for all the outlets. Okay, it's listen.
The many.
Yeah, talk about something new. Just yesterday, this morning, I was watching. I think it was Nick Strength and Power. This is a channel that I really appreciate. I got to give him credit because the guy does a great job. And he said something like, he said he can't travel, and then he's going to Saudi Arabia. Yes, because now he's allowed to travel. He wasn't allowed to travel until a few days ago. That's just as simple as that. It's very easy to understand.
Nathan, do you get on with Nick Strength and Power?
Not really.
Oh, you got issues with Nick?
I don't got no trouble with him, bro. My opinion is, this is my opinion. As a bodybuilder, most bodybuilders, for me, it's kind of stupid because you're letting some guy in millions of your image. This motherfucker is all I have in this sport to make money, right? Now, if this guy wants to take my YouTube Instagram content and put on his page, then pay my black ass.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately, it's the worldwide weapon. Everybody's doing it.
I know. That's why I said don't share my shit.
That's why I had to bring that up because I remember us talking about
it. But on the other hand, though, if people share your stuff, that means you're interesting.
Oh, I'm interested anyway. Fuck that. No, I'm interested, D. Fucking hell, bro. Look at this. Look at this, bro. This is interesting. No, you know that shit.
No, but I think he does a great job, and he's not negative.
No, he don't trust anyone. He gives it.
He's not negative.
He's like sitting on the fence in a positive way. He sees both sides to every story. That's it, which you got to respect,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely the most kind of like thorough and like you say, fair with his comments, I suppose.
And it's not clickbait. It's it's what it's what he puts there.
It's actual updates as well. It's actual updates. Yeah.
It won't be like Dennis is trashing this company. It'll be Dennis's opinion on this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dennis's fact rather than Dennis trashed this company, whatever.
Whereas we know other ones would be like, other ones would be like Dennis rips apart this company.
Listen,
you know how they are.
How about Dennis keeping it real?
That's what
that don't go on there, bro. That don't fucking.
If you sign a 3-year, if you
sign,
that
don't get no likes, bro.
If you sign a 3-year contract and after 11 months, all of a sudden you don't get paid no more.
No likes, bro. No likes.
With excuses. Hey, not only did he not get paid, also his Olympia bonus. He didn't get his bonus like he was promised.
Oh no, bro, that would be enough.
Listen, the Olympia bonus. Let me put that out there because Tony didn't mention that either.
What were the numbers, D? What were
the bonus was $100,000. $100,000 for winning the Olympia.
Wow.
Okay, and I remember I had dinner with the owner weeks before the Olympia, when he told me at the table, he said, yeah, we already put the $100,000 away in case Ramy wins it again. So after the Olympia, there was no money. And all of a sudden they said, can we pay it in 2 times? Okay. I
Pay
got
the
it.
5 as long as they pay it.
Paid it 2 times, and then
Do it in installments if you want.
nothing happened. They didn't pay.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
that, man. Fuck that.
Would have left then.
Yeah. You see what I'm
Sounds
saying?
like it's time to send the heavy boys.
So all this stuff is not out there yet, So hopefully, whoever wants to trash me or they go ahead and use that and make some money off of my clickbaits. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you get some stories now.
I
dude.
don't
Getting some
care.
stories now,
I
bro.
don't care. And all I have to see, the only thing is, I don't have to come here and lie and give people some bullshit about it. That's the truth. We didn't get paid. And Ramy getting paid, I don't care much about myself. Ramy didn't get paid. That's the most important thing. And that's it. And if you don't get paid, you don't work. How long are you gonna work?
Yeah.
If your job stops paying you 3 months later, they ask you to do this and to do that, go to do that appearance. What are you gonna tell
Pay
them?
my ass first. Pay my ass.
Exactly. It's good after 1 month, 2 months, but 3 months?
Yeah, listen. Sometimes sometimes a little bit of shit happens. Maybe a little bit of an error in the system, but
Yeah.
not for that long.
Yeah. That was
not for that.
that was a shitty move from people that went broke. That's simple as that. They broke.
There's been a lot of those companies, isn't there? There's been a lot of them fuckers.
Yeah, and I get it. But don't act like your shit don't stink and you got all this crazy money when you don't.
And just admit to it, innit? Just like be like,
How you
like,
gonna
this is the
yeah?
situation.
How you gonna sign someone you can't even pay for?
Yeah, nah. Just the hype, bro. They needed the hype, and that's it.
But here's the thing. Then he gonna tell people that that he didn't do what he was supposed to do, which is the biggest lie. Matter of fact, he found them distributors from somewhere in the Middle East. One of them wanted to put an order in of $5 million, and they couldn't even fucking get the products for them. I'm telling you, the biggest. It's amateurs, and I get it. If this is new for you because you're used to doing something else, and I don't want to talk about something else. If it's new for you, at least get the right people on your team that can help you make sales.
Yeah,
No, if it's new for you, how the fuck do you think you're in a position to sign Mr. Olympia?
Exactly,
Jesus Christ, isn't it? Like,
and
fucking hell.
only because they agreed that the distributor from India and from Dubai, they all chip in and pay every month.
That's like me and my mates chipping in to try and afford like a fucking kebab on a piss night out.
Yeah.
It's
like this.
Throw our fucking wallet and during that 20p.
I'm gonna give you the perfect example. I said, James and Jamie, all of us, man, we want to sign fucking Nathan. Okay, let's say we sign Nathan for $50,000. I pay $15,000, you pay $15,000, and you pay $20,000, James. Okay, deal. And then we're gonna make so much money selling products because we're gonna sell in the whole world. Deal. So now this goes for 11 months. Now James says, "Fuck this, man. I can't pay no more, man. This is $20,000 coming out of my pocket, and I'm not making anything back." So now Jamie says the same. I'm done too. So now me, as the company, shit, I don't have enough money to pay him now. What am I gonna do?
Send him another contract.
That's exactly, yeah, try to get him another contract for less money.
Be sneaky.
And Ramy told him, why would I sign this contract? You guys owe me money.
I'm on a 3-year one that's worth more than this.
Yeah.
And you're trying to cut my one short and pay me less. You fucking mad.
I don't think people realise how competitive the supplement market is today when they get into it. They think it's going to be easy.
They think it's easy. It's not easy. Even if you have the Mr. Olympia, you still got to put you got to have the right team. You got to have the right marketing team, the right marketing structure and strategy. Not just, listen, even the photo shoot after the Olympia. The photo shoot, they hired a photographer that's fucking shooting fucking models in the fucking, not models who shoots products. Not products, some statues and shit.
Yeah. No,
We did the photo shoot in the gym. He didn't even know how to position the lights. He couldn't even fucking do it. I had to call and get Chris Nichols to come do the photo shoot the next day, and they had to pay him.
Yeah, fuck
This is
that.
good.
Everything was amateurish,
This is the things you have to consider, like as an athlete as well. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to talk much more about him because this is getting.
But like these are things with especially I know Nathan's and Jamie. We've all signed with companies we're happy to be with, and a lot of that consideration comes from how are they currently running things.
Yeah.
You have to look. I look at who they've already signed and what they've done with them. Unfortunately for Tony, he's probably come out of nowhere, and because you've got no previous to compare to, it's hard to know whether it's going to be a good move or not.
Right.
You haven't got no history. If he had a history of it, so now Ramy's experience, they can be like, you know what, fuck signing with that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it just had to be you guys.
Yeah.
The people that set that fucking. Yeah.
Which is fine with me, because at the end of the day, hey.
Well, you've opened people's eyes to how things are done there.
Yeah, but
that's good.
The thing is, I really like the people. I
Yeah, you
really
people.
like
You like
Scott, and Tony. I think is a cool guy. He's different. He does different stuff.
You can like people, but you can know they're very shit at what they do.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even know if Tony's really aware of what's going on. I don't know.
Probably not. So maybe
possible that he doesn't.
Maybe Tony, maybe you need to hit us.
Yeah, maybe he knows. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's over. And I want to talk about Jamie's next show.
Jamie, you're doing the same show as me, yeah?
I think I'm James. Yeah, I might have a pizza tonight as soon as I've come back off holiday. So start off prep for a pizza.
So what is your plan, though?
I work with Milos. I don't know if you know that.
I know.
So I've got my plan through. Start tomorrow. First show's the Italy show, which what is it? It's like 14 weeks, 14 and a half weeks.
What show is in Italy?
Yeah, just under 15.
15.
Yeah. So September the 11th is one in Milan, I think, and then there's one in October, which is in Rome.
Okay.
So my plan is to do Milan in September, and then the week after is, or 2 weeks after is the Arnold Classic UK.
Is it going to be Arnold Classic? No, I heard it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, it's sorted. Yeah, sorted.
They had a bit of a disagreement on a few things.
So it's back. So it's back on.
Yeah,
it's all ironed out. So that's
Good.
on the 23rd, 24th of September.
So that's three shows already. 3 shows you're doing.
Yeah, because they're all like really close together. So you got September the 11th, September the 23rd, then France is a week after the Arnold.
Yes.
And then a week or two after the France show is Italy again.
Oh, damn. So you got that, you got that Milos mindset right there.
Yeah. But,
compete.
I had the same plan last year, and I did one show. I didn't get the result I kind of felt I should get, got a bit bummed out, and then ended up competing twice that year. And looking back, I think I got to stick to my guns and just do as many shows as I can. Not only to get my face out there, but you can practice your peak and get time on stage.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do this year, just get as much time on stage as possible.
Which is a smart thing to do. You're still young, right? How old are you?
Yeah, well, I'm not getting any younger.
Now, Jamie.
That way.
Is he?
I'm probably the oldest here. How are you, Nathan?
35, bro. But black don't crack. Bro.
Black don't crack. You should know that.
Bro.
Hey, I just turned 65 today.
So
65.
I mean 56.
yeah, you're not. Yeah. No, I was going to say, bro.
You're a very, very good 65.
How can I not get my date right? No, 56.
Hell, bro.
That'd be the best looking 65-year-old I've ever seen.
Yeah. I might still make it to be the best looking 65-year-old.
You're still on track. You're well on track.
He's going to Masters Olympia now.
No, I'm not ever. I'm not even training. So none of that.
That would be black don't crack at its finest.
Yeah. So how old are you now?
36.
36 years, which is still young. It's just still young.
Yeah, I consider like a good, strong 4 years at it, and that'd probably be it.
Did you guys hear about? We just lost another one Saturday. Paul Polacek from Germany.
Yeah.
Who's
I
that?
don't know him, but I saw that. Yeah.
He's an IFB pro. He won his pro card at the Arnold in Columbus. I think.
What do you reckon, D, about about everyone dying? Because
I don't know, bro. Here's the thing.
You've been in the sports, before us, and
for us,
a lot of you guys experimented with a lot of shit before we even knew, right? So, what's your perception?
I don't think it has something to do with just steroids, even though people take way more steroids today than we did back in the days.
Yeah.
But I still don't believe that this is the case, that people are dying because of that. I think there's something else. And, it could be the C virus. I don't know. Because
I think something to do with that.
Because look at this guy. This guy, we had a show Saturday in Germany. He came, he was a guest. And Saturday night, I get the news Sunday morning, I get the news that he died. 37 years old.
So, well, this is the thing, isn't it? We don't know. Now, let's say you don't know whether it's, we're not trying to say it is, but is it that or is it something to do with that?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know.
It's just too many now in a short period of time.
It's too coincidental. It's not.
Yeah.
And I think there was another woman the other day as well.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
So it's crazy. I've never seen it like this. All through my early stages of bodybuilding, there was not many deaths at all.
What does that do to guys like you now who's still active and still getting ready to do big shows?
Makes me go and get a CT scan, ECG, fucking all the shit. Like
does it worry you too?
Yeah,
Because-
because
yeah.
I've got 2 kids, man, and everyone knows from the way it go. I'm finished when I'm 40, bro. Straight away, I'm finished.
Yeah.
I'm a 40th. James knows. I've got my own plans to do a lot more sporting activities and stuff. And James wants to join along. We
I'm
can do
jumping
a lot more fitness and stuff. And for me, if I get to 40 and finished, or let's say, touch wood, I won the Olympia when I'm 37. The next year, or the year after, I'd finish then. I'd retire right away.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we? We said if you win it once, fuck it, that's enough.
I ain't no fucking Lee Haney, no Ronnie Coleman, no Philly.
You're
never getting no 7 or 8 time. And, one time's enough, bro. You're still in the history books. And then leave it, wave. But for me, I wouldn't even tell no one I'm leaving. 1, because I might have a contract, out my fucking money. And 2, ain't no one's business. I'm just, boom, I'm gone. That's it, But even James is the same. James is looking to go young as well,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not hanging around for much more. I've got a contract with my company now, Yamamoto, and who knows what's after that. That's like, I don't know what's after that. There might not be bodybuilding after that.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Because I think once you get to a certain age, let's say 40, I think everything is a little more dangerous.
Because your body doesn't have the recovery capabilities from a cellular level. Like everything, all the things going on inside don't have the same recovery capabilities. Damage does a lot more, and you don't recover from it.
Right. It's harder to recover from certain things. Yeah.
So I had a CT scan not long ago, and even my calcium score wasn't the lowest. So I'm like, okay. So I'm looking into measures myself, even for the next 2 years of bodybuilding. How can I not get any worse?
So when you say not the lowest, it should be 0.
Yeah. And mine was like 50.
50. Okay. What's dangerous?
I think anything. I don't know what's super dangerous, but I know of people that have had in the hundreds who are okay now, but you don't want to be there.
Right.
So I don't even want to be here. I don't want to be at where I am. I don't want to be at 50, but I am, and I'm not going to bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm doing everything in my power to kind of research and understand how do I live a better future.
But this could be genetics.
Could be genetics. Also, you should get more than one check done, because sometimes you do get results and then they do vary. So. But I got an echocardiogram coming up on the 7th of the month. Like, I'm trying to do everything I can to look after myself.
Right.
So it does make you more aware. It's a shame it takes death to fucking make you do that.
For people to wake up.
Yeah, but I think also it would have happened anyway, because I think at this age you start to consider the future more. Like Nathan said, you look at what your children are going to be doing. You're going to be around for them. I don't have kids, but I do think about the future and what I want to do with mine. More so than I did 10 years ago, because 10 years ago...
Girlfriend wants kids, that's why. Gotta be pumping that shit.
Yes. But 10 years ago, 10 years ago, you're so, in the heat of your bodybuilding, you're so fixated on the journey of bodybuilding itself, you don't see anything else.
Yeah.
But now you start to see other things.
It's sometimes it's not even that easy to have kids when you using
my shit might not even work. My shit might be dead.
No, you say your shit work, but your sperms will probably
Well, mine will be like. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if I'm able.
Because it's at the beginning. It depends. Some people. That's why it's for me. It's. I don't understand how guys like Ronnie or Victor Martinez fucking have kids. Fucking every time they bust a nut, somebody is pregnant.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, like guys like Victor, I figured like you need to fucking run out the house and bust a nut in the bush to make sure you ain't pregnant. Somebody get pregnant by busting a nut on the stomach. Come on now. Nathan, how many kids you have?
2, but I call them more.
2 he knows of. All
right, but was that before your time, or was that during being a bodybuilder?
During it.
While I was a bodybuilder, and to be honest, that was the time I was younger, and the time I was probably doing way more than what I do now. When you're a kid and you think you're invincible, probably back then. But man, I had 2 and then a few mishaps and shit. But now I think my shit's empty.
Now you shouldn't blanks.
No love. But,
now you shouldn't blanks. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, because a doctor, I went to a specialist in Italy one time, and he explained. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's kind of like when you come off You know, it takes a certain time for your sperm to be mobile again. You know, sperm is there, but shit's dead. It's basically nothing. Because I remember when I went there, I was in Italy, and I wanted to do he asked me for a sample. So first of all, I was clean for like 5 or 6 weeks. I was off everything, and I went there. And then he said, let's do a sperm sample. I said, I'm in Italy. I'm going to do a sperm. Now, where? You got a fucking movie room somewhere here in this clinic? No, he's just go in the bathroom. I said, I can't just go in the bathroom. I'm not 16 no more when I can think of some titties and just whip one out. I said, I need to see some action. So I was there with a friend in Italy, and I told him, I said, hey, man, take me somewhere where I can buy a fucking magazine or something. This is a funny fucking story, right? So he took me to this place. It was like a kiosk outside with those magazines, and I'm looking. They didn't speak a lick of English, and so I said, I looked up there, and the ones are wrapped up in plastic. I said, give me that. He sold me that, and I said, now where are we going? So he took me to his mom's house. Now imagine, I got this fucking porno magazine in my hand. He took me to his mom's house. I got to shake hands. How you doing? And I got to go to the bathroom.
And busting up.
Now I can hear them talking out there, and I'm in there looking at this. First of all, the magazine was like 30 years old. There was still Bush City everywhere. I was like, fuck, how am I going to do that? This is a funny story. So I somehow managed it. I don't even know how long it took me. So now I know, because he told me we have 30 minutes from the nut to get to him. So now, basically, I shake hands with the parents, and I'm in the bathroom for like 30 minutes. Now I come home, and I was like, bye. I told the guy, so we went back to the doctor. He put that shit under the microscope. And, you remember Quincy back in the days? It's a doctor. He's looking at it. He's looking at me. He's looking at it. And he looked at me, and he's like.
Oh, no.
Shit happening.
They were just dead, bro. Just flopping.
Yeah, so he explained it to me. It takes a certain time, and then once you get there, they start getting fertile again, and then even though
it's a long time.
A lot of people when they start, they said, "Oh, I got my girl pregnant while I was on." Yeah, because once they're back and you get on the juice again, it takes again a certain amount of days before they really die. Because all it takes is one.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the best thing to do is for bodybuilders that are, pros that are really active, get them somehow, put them on ice, and keep them whenever you need them.
I need to put mine on ice. I'm gonna freeze some later. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna go downstairs after this.
Right?
I've got a good new fridge. I'm gonna go downstairs after this. I'm gonna masturbate into a shaker. I'm gonna masturbate into one of my shakers.
Some people have ice cubes in the freezer, and other people have fucking little cups with fucking tequila glasses full of fucking sperm.
just don't come around mine for an iced coffee, all right?
Need to find that other gear, James.
Jamie, you got kids?
Yeah, I've got one that I created myself and one that I've inherited.
Oh, okay.
He's done all right then.
Well, my shit definitely doesn't work anymore. It's gone.
so you don't. There's no more pull-out game then, huh? Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm good to go. Oh man.
Yeah.
If my wife got pregnant, I'd be asking questions.
You got to get a DNA test.
Yeah.
So, hey, a lot of bodybuilders should. Trust me.
Definitely.
You know what though? The thing is, it's funny because like you say, testosterone.
It's birth control for the men.
It's birth control for men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally, it's the strongest contraception for men.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
So and we control for a few years. Yeah, but it's true. That's what they told me too. Birth control is the birth control for the man. Testosterone.
Does everything for a man that the contraceptive pill does for a woman, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently so.
We're all fucked then. We're fucked.
We're all battered.
We're all fucked, but we're battered.
Did you guys hear about the warehouse, the Olympia warehouse, on fire?
Yeah, it got set on fire.
What happened there?
I don't know, but they caught on fire, and I think all the fucking stock of fucking clothing all fucking burned down to the ground. Right?
What do you reckon?
What I reckon?
Olympia hoodie for you, James.
If that happened in England, it'd be an insurance job.
You know what? But you know what? It's not only the Olympia place. There was 2 or 3 places, So it could have been in the other place where it started and it just went over. So
Spread.
Yeah, and
I did see a couple of things on their channel, and it was all burnt inside, crispy. Yeah,
I'm sure that nobody would burn their stuff. I mean, the Olympia wouldn't burn their clothes down just to get some insurance money.
Nah.
I'm sure this had to be the neighbor or somebody else if it really happened. Yeah, that's crazy.
Was it a lot
We'll
of
find out
stock?
who's next one.
Was it a lot of stock there? Yeah.
I never been there, but I believe it was. Yeah, it was. I believe it was plenty. Plenty.
Yeah, no, there was a lot in the imagery. So, but like I say, I think it was on it's like a warehouse estate, surely. So it's
Right.
probably got lots of. It might have electronics next door. Might have other things, that are more, let's say, flammable.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean,
So you never
clothes.
know.
How much more flammable can it get?
Well, yeah, I suppose they're flammable, and something else might have been something that could start a fire. Electric goods or something. I don't know what's stored there. Maybe it's like an Amazon.
Well, I guess they have till December to get some more clothes so they can sell it at the
Yeah, they
Olympia.
got enough money. My guy is rich.
They're doing all right.
Yeah.
They're doing all right.
Give me his job. He's rich.
How do you guys like the Olympia being in December compared to September, October?
It's a bit fuckery for Christmas.
I
isn't
mean,
it?
October in December instead of September, October.
It messes Christmas up a lot.
Yeah.
Especially for those guys, because the time you do the photo shoots and then you get back, we're getting back like December 23rd, 22nd, or
it's
time
tight.
to do something. It's
close.
It's kind of shit.
I mean,
You know?
it might not be as bad for the athletes because that's your job
Yeah.
and you're going to be home. But because usually you guys know, especially when it's in Vegas, there's a lot of people from overseas traveling to Vegas
For that time
for the
of year.
expo, for the Olympia, and who you think would travel a week out from the Olympia? I mean, a week out from Christmas.
No one.
When you tell yourself, because it's not cheap, especially now. You see the flights, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Expensive.
Double.
it's definitely less appealing. It's definitely less appealing for people to do it in December.
But even worse, Steve, it's like, even worse because then it fucks the Arnold prep up for everyone because Arnold's in March. So
Well,
how's that going to be? Because
just cruise all the way through.
just blast and cruise, bitches, blast and cruise.
Yeah, you just go all the way through. I think it might whoever wants to do the Arnold.
For somebody, because a lot of guys mightn't do it because of that.
Whoever wants to do the Arnold, guys like James Hollingshead.
Yeah, I know. He's telling me. He's trying to get me up there. He's trying to get me on that Arnold.
They
stage.
should just go right through, man. Just take Christmas off, your New Year, and then get back on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of meals off over the Christmas holiday, and then get back to it. innit?
With the
few
price
beers,
with the prize
few
money
beers.
being raised, who doesn't want to make that money?
How much is another prize money again?
No. I mean, it was raised last time, so I don't know if they raised it
Is the
again.
Olympia raised or what then? Because obviously, if Arnold's raising theirs.
I don't think the Olympia is already double, twice as what the Arnold is.
Yeah, but
I'm
somebody
surprised
raised
that Arnold hasn't gone up.
Huh?
Surprised that Arnold hasn't gone up in all the years.
They did this past year.
How much did he go up by? 20?
It went up. No.
100.
No. It went up. The first place went up from 130 to 200.
Oh
Yes,
shit! I didn't even know
Second
that.
place from 75 to 130.
That's nice.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I heard about it.
They increased the price
Just to
money.
get a charger.
I honestly didn't know that. So last year,
That's why I was doing it.
Did he go up? Did he go up last year?
No, this
Well,
was
this
this
year-
was the
this year.
first time. This
Oh, so this
in
one that's
March.
coming now. This one that's coming
Yeah.
now.
No,
so
no,
we
no,
can do-
no,
No,
the
it-
one in March in Columbus. I'm talking about the Columbus Arnold.
So the one that just happened, yeah, like March. Ian won.
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
so like- oh, so Ian.
No,
actually
no,
won
no,
the
no,
100.
not Ian. Ian wasn't in the show.
Yeah,
No,
you did-
it was William. William won it.
No,
last year.
Brandon won it. Come on, guys.
Bro, I forgot. I forgot.
Brandon William.
I'm still fucking thinking about last year.
you still in September, the one that was delayed
Jesus
last
Christ,
year.
I forgot. Jesus, that happened already.
No,
Fucking
Brandon
hell.
got 200, William got 130, and I
bad,
think
is
the
it?
third place got 75.
That's not bad.
So that's good money.
Yeah, it was good money.
Even the classic physique, I think the classic physique get more money than the Olympia.
That's good.
Yeah.
I need to do an Arnold, man, and try and place well.
So the money is, but the money is.
Yeah,
know.
that's what we all in for. Because at the end of the day, you want to secure yourself somewhat for after bodybuilding. There's life
Absolutely.
after bodybuilding, and I always tell people, and it's just for you guys, it's so important. You got to have a plan B because listen, you saw how quick you can hurt your biceps. This could be a way more bigger injury with tearing your quad. You got to have a plan B, an exit plan where you know what you're going to do off your name that you're putting together right now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know,
I agree.
so you don't want to just when you finish bodybuilding as a competitor, you don't just want to be gone. You want to
Well,
you want to
that's why you
profit.
step into some other avenues. do some
Yeah,
other
because
shit.
I promise you, you can make more money after your career.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, of
Than while
course.
you're competing because you're open to do more different things. Because as a competitor, once you start dining for a show, fuck everything else. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard for people to keep their wives and girlfriends.
That's
true.
all.
You know, so
It's a bit just stuck in a rut, innit? But when you're retired, you just get to travel, do what you want, make
do
the money.
seminars and stuff. That's why I guess because you guys are so powerful in England, you guys should all put something, work together, and just fucking take over the whole country somehow.
But in England, it's not even like that for bodybuilding. It's quite shit, to be honest, D.
You think so?
But yeah, it's shit, bro.
I
Shit,
thought
bro.
that England is probably in Europe, probably the strongest country when it comes to
In
bodybuilding.
England, they want a bit of ass for bikini, and you want them fucking beach shorts. It's good
Yeah.
for that. But
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
If I make money off of you, I gotta compensate you. There's no way I can let you make money and sell tickets and advertise you for guest posing, and I'm not giving you nothing.
Is
Well,
in
yeah,
the US,
That's
Dennis?
not. Hey, listen, and this is coming from a British guy that was a friend of mine 25, 30 years ago. He said, "Yeah, there's two pros. What does pro stand for? Either professional or prostitute. Choose which one you are."
Yeah, man. No,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely.
That's crazy. Just got to
you make
change.
you make a little bit more off gym appearances and that, but even then,
I mean, it's
gym-
it's way less than it used to be. I see there's no
Yeah, of course.
guest appearances because I think because of the athletes' numbers is down, the costs are higher. People don't make as much money off the shows no more than they used to make back in the days. Back in the days, you used to sell out and you have 400, 500, 600 athletes.
easy.
Now, if
Oh
you
yeah,
have-
even when me and like Nathan, Jay, even I remember that it being packed when we did a British
Yeah,
fight.
when I got my pro card, it was
Yeah.
Ram, bro.
Fucking rammed.
so
400,
and
500
how
people
is
at
it now?
Dead.
Bro,
Yeah.
people winning pro cards. People winning pro cards out of a class of 4.
Yeah. I think
When,
the problem
when we were
is
winning ours, we had classes of like 23, 24 people in them.
Yeah.
the problem is
mad.
now people watch the finals on their phone rather than go to the show.
People don't support.
And I think social media's ruined that aspect of it a little bit.
Maybe it is social media. Maybe it is.
And
Because
if
now
I-
they don't have to go to the show. They don't have to go and see the guest pros. They can watch it on the stream.
so what's the best show in England now? Which would be the best amateur show?
Wouldn't know because there's too many. I don't know what's what.
Yeah,
I honestly
was
don't know
thinking about
what.
it earlier. I was
I think
thinking,
it's all the same show, though, isn't it? It's all based in the same. It's all the shows are based in one building, the same. Just different times of the year.
Nathan,
Yeah, I don't know.
you've been to my show in Germany. If you compare it to my show in Germany, what is it like?
Nothing like that.
Our shows in England aren't.
in a polite. It's in a polite way. It's not like
They're
yours.
trying. Listen, they're getting better. Like I'm looking at the shows lately, and I'm seeing better backdrops, better scenery, and that kind of stuff. But it's still behind.
I'm just as a promoter, I would think this. I would tell myself, listen, how can I fill up the seats? You got to bring people in to guest pose. If you
Bro,
bring, let's
if you
say,
paid Nathan like a few grand to do a guest post, you're bringing people in.
I would probably try to make a deal with all you guys and said, listen, I want all of you guys, give me a fucking good deal.
Dennis, imagine this. Imagine you did it like a British version of the Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
had like
that'd be
5
awesome.
pros on stage, all fucking posing, bringing a draw to that show, being the biggest show. Of the year.
Yeah, you guys don't think you could fill up a fucking venue?
Absolutely, we could. but then it's
Easy,
like
bro,
agree. Then it's just
easy.
agreeing a price, which we're not going to be able to agree on, are we?
Yeah.
I was
I wouldn't
thinking
even do it for a
earlier,
lot. I'd be happy with a fucking grand each. And then
James, Nathan, do we have a British finals that is just for British athletes anymore?
No,
I don't think so.
no.
I
No.
don't know what's what anymore. I have to admit, I hate to say it, I don't know what's
we
what
have
anymore.
we have regional qualifiers. Then we have
And pro qualifiers.
pro qualifiers, and then we have the British but you haven't really got to be British, to be honest. And then you have the Ben Weeder stuff.
So
which
it's
like
all
pro
international pro qualifiers then.
yeah.
Yes, a lot of
And
those.
our British finals is one of those, isn't it, where people can fly over and compete.
Yeah.
If they've done, I don't know the rules
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Am I wrong for not
really.
being? Am I wrong for not being versed in this?
But not even that. I think the downside, and this is what I say, even to the promoters, right, is this: England is not a big place, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're putting all the shows in the south, you're isolating the north, and for people from Scotland to get to London, it's a 9-hour drive, 8-hour drive minimum.
Nathan,
So
do you reckon?
now let's be honest. If I'm 2 days out of a show, my black ass ain't going 8 hours down there. I load the fuel. Yeah. Then I'm paying $250 to compete. Then I'm in London, of all places, more expensive than Paris. I'm paying £300 a night in a hotel for 3 nights, and then it's a 9-hour, 8-hour drive back home. If you don't get caught up London traffic. Yeah. There needs to be a leeway between middle of the country and north of the country. That's why we have so many federations now, because
And they're lapping it up.
the North, Midlands, and then the South. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the federation is not as tight and not as big no more. That's why you don't get the 500 to 600 athletes no more, because if I'm an amateur, I ain't gonna travel 7 hours. Fuck that. I go to a show.
Nathan, would you agree that probably more people are doing the other federation? You know the one I'm on about, blue backdrop.
Hell of a lot more.
Okay, so that federation is more spread out across the whole country, and they're getting a lot of turnover.
That federation is one.
You know him, don't you?
It's one of my close friends, right? I ain't gonna say that. Listen, my guy is smashing it, killing it, and it has people say, oh, it only has 400 athletes in this show. 400 athletes is a lot more than 200 or 150
or 50. Some shows have 50 athletes.
You know what I mean?
Their shows are always packed.
Yeah,
always packed, and that's because they're separated and they're spaced out. But we live and learn, and hopefully English.
you guys need to come together and need to figure out a way to get paid. All y'all. You guys are professionals, man.
Listen, we've all got ways to get paid, D, but unfortunately, it's not inclusive to helping elevate the brand, the IFBB, which we'd love to be able to do. But we all got to be we're all more actually a little bit selfish doing our own things, sponsorships and stuff like that, because we can't do money through the middle ground. So we're all that's why we're all work so hard on our social media and our fucking, our connections with companies around the globe. That's why we travel. That's why me and Nathan were in Italy last week and shit. And Jamie was over with fucking FIBO, because that's how we have to make. I know you did it as well, but that's more how we make ours.
Jamie,
because there's no route really here now.
I have a question for Jamie.
Okay.
Who's the best? Who's the best British bodybuilder right now?
Whoa.
I'm only lucky where
I don't want you to kiss ass. I want you to be honest.
He's going to be honest.
I'm honest off track records.
Exactly.
I think Britain has many good.
Okay, now track records.
bodybuilders.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, I'll let you say it.
Yeah, I think Nathan is the guy we're all chasing. That's me being honest. That's not me kissing ass.
It's true.
And I think Nathan would be honest in saying that he probably feels that people are getting closer than they were in the past, because people are chasing hard.
They're on his ass. You see, they're on his ass, is he
He's going to say,
saying?
fuck off.
I admit myself, we all watch each other's updates. I've seen some updates from James over the last few months. I'm thinking, fuck, this guy's getting better and better.
That's what I said too. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I see Samson improving, but I still think Nathan's the one that we're chasing. He's the one that we got to beat on the main stage.
So Nathan, knowing that these guys are right, they're coming for you. I think for some of the guys in England, or probably all of them, it's probably more important to be the one that's beating you, because they want to be the top British guy out there, no matter where they place at the Olympia. They just want to make sure they're ahead of you guys. So knowing that this guy's coming for you, what does that do to your workouts now and to your preparation? Are you going to maybe start dieting like 7 weeks out, 8 weeks out instead of 4? No?
Oh, no, bro.
If it ain't broke.
No, I ain't gonna. As you say, if something ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
I'm in where I'm at now. You know, I'm back at it. I've had my little time away, but obviously I'm back, bro. And I know guys are chasing, and I know people think I should be worried. I think the only person that gives me a bit of worry is James. That's it, really.
I don't think that's the case.
Jamie.
So what do you think about Samson?
I beat his ass any day of the week, bro. James worries me. James does, but Samson don't.
Yeah. So you don't think he's improved a lot? He's a
improved,
taller guy.
He's improved, but am I worried? No, I'd say James is the one who's who's improving mostly and most rapidly.
Yeah.
Who's on the tail. Okay, Samson has a physique similar to mine. But if I'm being honest, it's Samson has that black man skin, so it looks like leather all the time. Doesn't look crisp 24/7. And then you look at James, he has that dirty white man look where he's fucking dry,
grainy,
grainy, and that even if he's not in shape, he can pull it off just with that look. But then obviously he's a big freak, so his physique is not like mine, so it's a lot different. So we'll get judged differently, and we'll get more than likely won't get. Realistically, it'd be hard to go neck and neck unless it's me and unless it's like a local show like and the Italy show. If it's the Olympia, you get judged with the physiques that are around you.
Right.
So and that way, I'm with the likes of Hunter, William. I'm in that category.
Yeah.
James is in the mix with fucking Nick and that lot. Them big fucking dirty looks. So it's different. But I think, am I worried? Yeah. Am I worried? Yeah. Am I phased? No. It is what it is.
Because competition is competition. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. The guys beat me and take me. Fucking so be it. I had my first stint and I done what I wanted to do. I proved what I wanted to prove, and it's enjoy it. What's the word? The crown has to be passed sometime, right? And whether it be passed this year, next year, so be it. I'll still, keep on training and then keep on chasing the person with the crown. That's the way you got to be, because it's unsportsmanlike if we don't appreciate that, and I do, So I believe all the guys now are good. I don't believe, when I started, there was only me and Luke was just doing it, But the guys are now catching. So for me, British bodybuilding is the main source, the main thing. As long as that's strong and it beats you fucking Americans, I don't give a fuck. That's the main thing for us.
Team UK.
We're here to try and take over because we haven't been on the main scale, on the main stage for a while, and people have overlooked us. But now we have a four, like you said, 3 of us here, Samson, we have Mark and stuff, and a couple of the guys in the 2-on-2 are coming up. So it's positive for us over here,
Yeah. When are you, because I remember last time we spoke, you said you're going to move to Kuwait to prepare.
I was gonna go before my arm for the Arnold prep. I'm just now regenerating my gym, basically doing my gym over, and then looking for another unit, and then I'll probably go over sometime in end of June after my birthday, because there's a few festivals I want to go to first. And obviously,
you want to get it out of your system before you start.
Yeah, if I'm in Kuwait, ask God not don't let me drink. So fucking, so I got a few festivals out of my system.
This guy's crazy.
And so yeah, probably end of June, and then I'll do 3 months, come home for a few weeks, and then go back for the rest of the Olympia.
Yeah, awesome. Well, guys, listen, I want to thank you for making the time. I don't want to hold you up too long. Jamie, sorry for you coming in a little bit late, but I appreciate you coming in after your long trip. James, as always, I wish you all the best. I wish all you guys all the best. Jamie, I know you're competing in Europe, and James is doing a couple of shows, and hopefully he jumps into the Chicago Pro.
He wants me to get in there earlier.
I think it's just it would help where you at right now, where you at, your physique. It's time for you to come make some noise in the U.S. It's okay to qualify in Europe. That's all fine. But to qualify in the U.S., I just think it just gives you that extra kick.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of help. You know what I'm saying? Let Jamie qualify in Europe. You come over to the U.S.
Then there's sitting there with a little notepad. You can qualify here. You can get here.
No, because
bet on this guy's coming here.
No, even though I'm retired for over 12 years now, Actually, it's exactly 12 years now. I still, you know, when I see guys, I still have that mentality where I think like, what should he do? What would I do if I would look like him right now? What would I do? You know what I'm saying?
Here's a question, D.
Yeah.
No, before we go. No, when you competed, right?
Yeah.
Did you pick your shows in regards to who was judging the show and where you was at?
No.
No, you just jumped in a show?
You have to understand, when I competed, I was living in Thailand. I was fucking, I don't even know how many miles away from the center of the sport. And, you know, back then, it was a little different than nowadays. Because, you know, back then, you don't turn pro like that. You got to win the big show.
Of course, you have to win the show.
And for me, it was, you know, how can I create a hype being so far away from the center of the sport? So that's why I started the pre-contest pictures. That was me.
Yeah.
I posted pictures in Thailand, 2001, 2000 and 2001, I started posting pictures. Back then, it was still dial-up. Took forever to upload.
I see them in that dodgy ass gym.
Yeah, yeah, or outside the gym. That was me. I started that, you know. So, and back then, you know, you want to compete in any show possible because, let me give you an example. New York Pro before was a Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Night of Champions, 50 guys average.
Big show.
56, 53, that was the normal number for a Night of Champions.
Fuck.
It's fucking ridiculous. They had the stage wasn't fucking really big enough. Because, you know, depending on what your number is, you might be in the third row in the lineup. But people can't even see you.
That's mental.
And it's, you know, can you imagine how easy it is to be overlooked at 56?
Oh, so easy.
You know, so therefore, you know, I don't want to say it's easier today because it's not. But
you have more opportunity to be looked at.
It's easier to get looked at, exactly.
Yeah.
You know? So you have the chances, you know, you have more opportunities, and that's why I never picked shows of the judges. I never cared who the judges were back then.
Yeah.
You know, because back then it was run by Wayne DeMilia.
Yes.
Who was basically the judge, the jury, and everything.
Executioner.
You know what I'm saying? Because and you know, thank God since Jim took over, you know, it's way different. You know, way different. That it wasn't like that before. Trust me. Back then, when we traveled or when we did shows, you don't get paid right away. You wait for your money for 3 months.
I think that shit still happens sometimes.
No comment.
Oh, did it happen? But it happened.
Sometimes. Sometimes. But normally, I will say this: if it does happen, you're normally let known. It's not like they just.
But
don't tell you.
Jim put a stop to this because he makes
Jim did.
promoters pay up front the prize money. If it doesn't know. Jim is
So
Jim is different.
99% of my shows that's been the case.
Yeah, but it was like this every single time. You know, because Wayne DeMilia would take the money, he would put the
You're
money.
like wondering when you're going to get this, when you're going to get your cash.
Yeah, you put in the calls. They said, "I'm still didn't get paid." They said, "Oh yeah, the promoter didn't send the money yet," which was bullshit. Which was bullshit because we talked to the promoter. The promoter said, "I had to pay before the show." So it's you guys in a much better place. Guys, I appreciate you all, man. Take care. Be safe. No tears. No arrests. None of that bullshit. Jamie, go kick ass. James, kick ass, and Nathan, as soon as you start dieting, which is probably 5 months from now, you know.
Thank you.
Take care of business. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Okay.
Yeah, nice seeing you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Take care, Jim.
Bye.
See you later, guys.